Randy Robinson at Life Today with my special guest, Lisa Osteen Comas. She is the associate pastor at Lakewood Church and the sister of Joel Osteen. Lisa, thanks for spending a few minutes with me.
Thanks for having me here.
You have spent most of your life down there at Lakewood, is that right?
I grew up going to church at Lakewood, and then after I graduated from college, I went on staff in 1983, and I've been there ever since.
What do you do at the church?
I'm associate pastor. For years, I was the director of ministries, the volunteer ministries, and I worked with my dad. And when he went to be with the Lord, I just stepped over into an associate pastor position, and I helped Joel preaching there on Wednesday nights.
That's pretty cool. What do you think about the explosion that's happened since your brother, you know?
We're amazed at what God has done, and I'm just so proud of Joel and the fact that he just stepped up, having never preached, and has become such a wonderful speaker and preacher, and just really grateful for what God is doing.
Do you ever feel lost in the shuffle, being the daughter and now the sister and all that? Does that ever?
Not really. You know, I'm used to being John Osteen's daughter, now Joel Osteen's sister, but no, because we are so close-knit, probably like your family. We work together and we're good friends, and we enjoy helping people. And so, no, I don't, because I feel a great part of what God's doing there.
What do you think God's put you there specifically to do? To kind of prop him up, or are you involved in some other kind of ministry?
I keep him straight.
Yeah, well,
that's it. Huh?
It's a full-time job in my family, too.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard. No, really. You know, I worked with my dad on one hand with the ministries, and Joel worked with him in the media, television area. And after Daddy died, you know, we didn't know what was going to happen. But when Joel stepped up and preached that first time after he died, it was really interesting, Randy, because I was just sort of in this limbo of having lost your dad, your pastor, your best friend. And then, you know, what is my position going to be? And so Joel was sitting in my dad's chair, and I many times would just touch my dad and say, "Now, Daddy, remember to announce this, remember to do that." And so that was just part of what I did. And so I just put my arm up on Joel's shoulder in front of me to tell him, to remind him about something in the service. And in that second when I did that, the Lord spoke to me and said, "Just as you served your dad, I'm transitioning you now to serve your brother." And when that went into my heart, I said, that's what I'm going to do, God, whatever you want me to do. And so I'm there to serve and preach, and I'm a Bible teacher, and I just so love it.
You exemplify the heart of the servant, and I see that you've been blessed for it, right?
I have been, and I appreciate that so much. Yes, you can't give without being, receiving in return.
You know, a lot of people sometimes feel like if they're not doing the ministry, if they're not the person that's on the platform, that they're not as important. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you could guarantee that there is as much fulfillment and purpose in being the servant.
That's so true. I mean, there's only so many leaders, and our place in the body of Christ, whatever we do, is so vital. And so I take what I do serious, and I really enjoy it, and I'm thankful. I have the grace to do what God has called me to do. I don't have the grace to do what God has called Joel to do. And so we need to be grateful for the place that God's put us.
Yeah, so some people actually feel the pressure to step up and be something they're not.
No, you got to be yourself. I say often the most powerful you is the real you. Just be who God made you to be.
Good. Now, let's mention your new book.
Okay. It's called You Are Made for More. And I really am transparent in this book and share my stories of going through a divorce and opening a mail bomb package that exploded on my lap. I share how I was born with a crippling disease, and God did a great miracle for me. But I did it all, Randy, just to show people that no matter what you go through in life, that God is with you. And you don't have to get stuck in life, and you shouldn't let a moment become a lifetime, because God has more for you. He wants to do more in you, and then He wants to turn it all around and use you to do more for other people.
Good stuff.
Thanks.
And it's out. It's everywhere. People can go online and buy it.
It's out since January, yes, and it's anywhere. Amazon, Lakewood, lisacomas.com, Barnes & Nobles.
Cool. We'll put that up on the screen.
Okay.
Now, if someone wants to hear some of your messages, are they available online as well? You know, you
Yes.
teach the Bible?
I do. You know what? They're available after I minister at Lakewood. They're available online, the Lakewood website, for a couple of weeks, or on my website. And then they can always buy a CD through our bookstore. And so I have a lot of products and product catalog.
What kind of topics have you been covering lately?
Oh, I've been preaching lately on it's only temporary. It's just temporary. And so I talk about overcoming. I'm a real practical Bible teacher. I like to just really open up the Word and show you how to walk it out in your everyday life. And so I talk about anywhere from healing to finances to overcoming, but that's really in my heart. You can overcome.
Good stuff. Thanks for spending a few minutes. You've heard of Joel. You might have actually heard him preach. Most people have. But now you get to hear the real power behind the Lakewood Church. Check out Lisa's website, and be sure to watch her on Life Today when she's on. That's also available at lifetoday.org.